Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hello and welcome to the 1824 Stew Sells Halifax Classic, presented by Stew Sells, and of course for the men's event, Steele Subaru, the 7th annual men's event here, and for the women's event, Neon Train, the presenting sponsor, the 4th annual women's event here at the Stew Sells. My name is Alan Ehrenholtz. I am joining you here from the Halifax Curling Club in the lovely south end of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Excited to be here for the 5th draw of day one here at the Stew Sells. It has been a long day of curling. It has been a phenomenal day of curling, and I'm happy that you were joining us here, even though it might be late where you are, that you're able to join us here for this final draw of day number one. We have ourselves quite the matchup here, a Nova Scotia derby, as it were, between Team Manuel and Team Steele. As we get going here in end number one, I'd like to quickly introduce the teams as we go through, starting with the lead for Team Manuel, Nick Zachernuk, who will be throwing the yellow stones. Nick is a 27-year-old engineer at Lockheed Martin. Ice conditions have been playing absolutely phenomenal. Big shout out to our ice making crew led by Adam McCarahan and all of the phenomenal volunteers. This event would not be possible without them, and so we thank them for all of their efforts today and throughout the rest of the weekend. And let me tell you something. Admission, it's free. You can come down here to the curling club any time of the day. We'll have some smiling faces here to greet you. We'll have phenomenal curling on the ice. We'll have the best tap list in the city. We'll have music Friday and Saturday night. We will have food the entire weekend, and we will just be able to put on an absolutely phenomenal event, and we hope that you join us. So here we go. Stone number one, Nick Zachernuk looking to come in here. This is just going to slip in to the top 12 foot and be playable for the lead for Team Steele. That is Robbie McLean, a 36-year-old materials engineer and project manager. At last check, I believe it was with Stantec, but I could be getting that incorrect.
Yep, hard.
Out of the hand. This is Carrie McLean on the brush. This is over curling a hair. Will make contact. Yellow will spill, and the red will spill as well. So we're back to zero here, starting again with Nick. Matt putting the broom down for him, looking for another shot here into the house. We're going to cross the sheets. We have all 4 sheets in play currently. On sheet 1, Team McIsaac versus Team Asselin. We have Team Marquette and Driscoll against Team Latacour on sheet 2. And over on sheet 4, we have Team Champ against Team McDougall. As we watch this stone come in from Nick, shepherding it in about a broom length. Just less than a broom length off the top of the rings. It is biting that center line, which means it is a part of the no-tick zone. It cannot be touched during the first 5 stones of play. And as such, Colten Steele puts the broom down, is asking for a corner guard from Robbie McLean. We're going to be getting into it here in end number 1.
16-6.
16-6 you're hearing there. That's the time measured from the hog line to the hog line. It's what the teams use to measure the speed or how quick the ice is playing and give them an idea of how much to throw. Now here, throwing for Team Manuel is Jeff Marr, a 25-year-old engineer in training at Irving. Very engineer-heavy lineup here. I can't complain as an engineer myself, liking the engineer mix here. Looking to come around top. But this looks like to be a touch light. And instead of playing it around, they're going to play a second center guard, get it onto that center line, line them up real nice. Colten's seen enough of this end, doesn't want any of this center line business. He's calling for Paul Dexter, a control systems engineer, another engineer on the ice, to throw this double peel and potentially roll for a second corner guard.
Whoa! Curl!
Gets both Yellowstones moving, removes them from play, and does keep the shooter for that corner guard. So lovely shot from Paul Dexter. And now Matt Manuel not calling for the peel, instead calling for a center guard, thinking maybe that if Colten goes around a corner, he'll then be able to go around his center.
Halfway. High half.
High half, meaning about halfway between the house and the hog line here, and we're hearing head down from the sweepers to keep this moving. They drag it really nicely right onto that curling store logo, about halfway on the center line. Really nice throw there from Jeff.
I don't mind peeling either. Go here.
Could have peeled there, elect to keep this end a little more.
16-5.
They could have peeled there, looked to keep this end a little more open, but after winning the draw to the button, maybe they're feeling really nice about their draw weight, and instead deciding to play into the rings.
Oh. Whoa! Curl! Curl! Got a curl! Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Now, a little big and a little wide from Paul. He does get it to stick around in the back of the 12-foot. Mostly buried. Might be sticking a little bit out on that out-turn side, but Matt looking to chase and tap this red out of the rings. He's calling for this from Cameron McKenzie, 37-year-old confidential financial advisor, as opposed to the non-confidential financial advisors out there. I got one giggle here behind the glass, so at least someone thought that was funny.
That's solid.
Brush down here from Nick, trying to hold this off the guard. And it does make contact, maybe a little fresh inside out there. And does remove the red from play, though. So maybe just caught them coming off the center line there. And now opportunity to split the rings for Colten Steele.
Top 8, top.
Asking for this from Carrie McLean, 33-year-old emergency management officer, wearing the very stylish burnt orange cap.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's great, guys. Where are we?
Robbie and Paul trying to drag this.
Come on, Robbie.
Really coming off the center line now.
Let me in there. Let me in there.
All three of them working on this.
Go.
Really want some blue.
For fuck's sakes.
Well, sorry for the colorful language there, folks. That's what we get for live mics.
16-2.
We'll have to talk with Colten after the draw about that. Put him in the swear jar. So with that staying out of the rings and the red now being open, Matt calling for Cameron for maybe a control weight takeout here, just on the nose, maybe get a hair low underneath their own yellow guard here. Put some pressure back on Colten Steele.
Hard. Green.
And that's a very nice shot from Cameron McKenzie, getting that hair bit low. Still maybe a third open.
You can't get shot over here. You just straight draw? Like board?
So no draw around their corners for shots. They're going to go chase this.
I don't like any less. Just your board's good. I think hack will curl too much. What do you mean?
Talking about the weight here.
Just nice board, Gary.
Yeah, like what kind of stop?
Looking for board weight. Nice controllable weight. Should be able to keep this straight or curl it depending on what they need.
Yes!
Little tight.
Really gotta go, Robbie.
Rob right out of his hand. This is tight. And this is
curl.
all
I don't
over
know
the
what to do with
guard.
this. Curl.
All over the guard right now. And Cameron McKenzie just going to guide that in there to sit two.
Split center straight.
Opportunity now for Matt Manuel to sit three, get something buried on the center line without hammer here and try to set up
Probably
for the steal.
Back 12, back line on the weight. Yeah, you were.
So here's Matt Manuel, the skip of this team, who is a electrical engineer by training and a project manager with Shanex, according to my cheat sheet here. So another engineer, project manager on the sheet. That makes 5 out of 8, and 1 commentator engineers here on sheet 8 tonight.
How is the 16 tight guard?
We'll have to move him 3 or 4 feet for if we want a shot to score. It's close. Top 8.
Brushers staying close, like the weight so far.
T.
T-line is a little deeper than they would have liked.
There you can go. Yep. T-line.
So even to back button back T-line
Straight freeze, move it a foot if anything.
gives Colten Steele the opportunity to, exactly like he says, freeze or freeze tap
Right?
to
Or is that
sit the
minimum?
one.
I think we can go there.
Colten, a 32-year-old business banker, not of the confidential variety, very open with his business banking.
Just try to move that thing a foot if we can. I had a 14.6 on Matt's, which is back button. Yeah, like I think if you guys are heavy cleaning, it's like a 15 to T, right? Okay, so I'm just trying to throw like top 4 to T and let you guys move it a bit. Yeah, I think this might be max ice, but I'm okay with that.
Interesting conversation here. Really nice to hear the team talking about weight, talking about line. Everybody's on the same page. They know how they want to make this shot. Let's see if he can pull it off.
T-line. Line's good. Top 4. 14.5. Close, Paul.
Top 4 is
Line's
the
good.
call right now. The sweepers are going to have to drag this.
Line's good. Move it. Make sure you move it. Line's great.
Top 4, just bounce.
Hard pull. Straight.
Really nice.
Good sweep, boys.
Over-curled maybe a millimeter, but really nice.
That's how we're curl that.
Sitting shot stone. The reason they were wanting straight there is to just keep the red-yellow angle in the direction of the curl so that the red might jam on this next shot where Matt is going to come down and try to tap the red himself. Now that the red has over-curled and the yellow's back to the center line, Matt can tap this straight out of the forefoot.
Same room. Okay.
Okay. Almost rather do that.
Okay.
Than under.
Okay. Just give me pure edge,
Off over here. Got somewhere to put the broom.
Yeah.
Ice, I'm gonna say because he's got a foot less. This is ice for like back 12, I think.
Okay, back 4.
Yeah. This looks a little
Back
better.
8. Back 8.
Curl is the call. Jeff Marr trying to get this to warp over. Head down with that carving technique. But it's just not going to get it far enough. So that gives the opportunity for
Pull on this if we need it.
that gives the opportunity for Colten to straight draw
I like
or
the shot I
use
just
that
played.
backing to
I was
sit
probably
2 and
back
score
4 there,
2
right?
here and end
Back
1.
8. What's here? Go there. You need the backing. That's on track. Straight on the button now. Just gonna try to give you like 3 feet less.
Yeah.
This is 6 inches more ice. So let us know if you need the backing, and it should track for that. Jesus, Martin.
You hear it on the stream there. Martin Kret has a pair of lungs on him, and Colten may be waiting for him to be done with his
Okay, let's make
his
this.
sweeping call
Right
before
with you.
making his throw here.
Last one was about back 8, right?
Yeah.
Martin Kret also blessed with one of the better sweepers at the event in JP Trepanier. So maybe just trying to give JP a little bit of encouragement because he's
like
sweeping by himself this weekend.
You're 3 inches wider. 3 inches wider, line's good.
See line. All there right now.
Where are we, guys?
Just to the back.
Straight if you need it. Straight if you need it, Paul. Keep going.
And use that backing, a little bit of a
Go,
roll.
guys.
Used the backing effectively, though, and does get
Well,
the 2
we did
spot.
specifically take extra ice for that. Good call, Kerry.
So after one end, we have a 2 for Colten Steele over Matt Manuel, and we'll see you in 30 seconds.
Just
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Oh, hello and welcome back for end number 2 here on sheet number 8. We have ourselves a great game here between Team Colten Steele and Team Matt Manuel. Team Colten Steele drawing into the backing for a 2 spot in end number 1. So that means Robbie McLean will lead us off here in end number 2, and Team Matt Manuel will have the hammer.
Yep. A lot of game left.
line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Whatever you think. 14-6. It does not need to curl. Straight. Just don't switch on those until we need to, boys. Nice shot, Robbie. Nice weight.
Good communication there between Colten and his front end. Just trying to communicate the line, communicate the weight, get that rock in a good spot. And again, they would have liked that maybe on the center line, but the weight was good. Top 4 is the right spot for this. And Matt electing to ignore it here with hammer and is going to put up the corner guard.
That might be the always
Jeff and Cameron McKenzie here brushes down to keep this moving. And they will get this over the hog line, onto the curling store sign, maybe about a high halfway guard. So maybe a little higher than they would have liked. It's still usable. And Colton's calling for the center guard here now. And they can't call for a straight center. They will try to get a little bit of off center to cover part of that guard and part of the center line.
Okay, make sure it's tight. Line's good. You got a little bit more room.
So here's Team Colten Steele's schedule. They will be playing the Nova Scotia Tankard in that's going to be hosted here at the Halifax Curling Club, presented to you by Ocean Contractors in January.
Go on it, Paul.
They played the Dave Jones at the Mayflower last week. They're playing in the Jim Sullivan Classic and the Stu Cells. So that's their schedule for this fall and this curling season. I should say.
Like line-wise, I never thought this would be in play. I'm wondering if his first one might be a cutter. Okay. Just let him know I like the throw. I'll give him less ice.
Interesting conversation there. Colten maybe communicating. He thought it was the same throw. He thought it was at the same line with a similar release and got two very different results. Obviously, that first red across the center line, and the guard didn't make it back. Couple different reasons for that. Colten thinking the first stone might be a cutter, which means the rock just naturally will curl a bit more. You can see Adam McCarahan over there shaking his head. It's a beautiful stone, I'm sure. Instead, might have just been the weight, a little bit more weight to get it curling a bit more. And so on that shot, Nick coming around the red guard into the top 12-foot to sit second shot, giving Colten the opportunity to throw this guard, or have Paul Dexter throw the guard here. For Team Manuel, they played in the Stu Cells Oakville and Toronto earlier in the season, and now they're obviously playing here at the Stu Cells Halifax Classic. They played the Dave Jones last week. They played in Moncton, and they'll be going to Charlevoix.
Carry, curl.
This looks a little heavy.
Anything inside if you can.
They were looking for
all right, Paul.
Looking for top 12 there, coming into probably a T-line weight shot, giving Matt the opportunity to hit and roll in behind cover.
You didn't throw that very
Jeff Marr playing this, looking for 10-5. The call is board. It's maybe an 11. A little bit less weight, and it is going to curl on them. Did curl that bit extra. Jams the back. Just moves the red far enough, and they will sit second and third in the 12-foot.
You can make that and sit two. Well,
What's that?
what are you guys seeing? I don't love this. Yellow. I think that's best. If you miss this, we're hooped.
Discussing their options here.
You guys are thinking that straight back?
It's not what Colten's seeing, though.
No, we won't. And then he makes this, and we're still in trouble. I think we either guard this or you play the yellow in. Let's make this.
That rock's not hurting us right now.
It's not helping.
Well, you're right.
We could play that guard again.
Sometimes in this game, there's nothing good.
What do you guys like?
I haven't found an option they like yet. And now Paul's going to come down and chat. No clocks here, no time, so lots of opportunity to discuss the best option here.
Okay,
Up
no,
to.
I don't love it either.
They don't want to give a
just
big
think
end.
Yeah, I'm just exactly. Yeah, like even if you make this right.
If we take a run at I mean, I know there's a way it can go wrong.
Yeah, I'm just worried that like with the red, it's nice if we make it, but if it's not perfect, if we let's say we peel it, okay.
They've settled on the option here to chase the yellow in the back of the 12, the back of the 8. Roll underneath. Colten's concern with this was that it gives a little bit of backing if they want to play the red-yellow run back later in the end. So a little bit of placement on this roll is really important for Team Steele here. A little bit wider here, might be fresh. Get a little bit of extra rotation, a little bit extra curl.
Curl! Curl! Really gotta go, Robbie, come on!
Not seeing that extra curl, runs straight on them. Does remove the Yellowstone from play. It gives an open hit and roll for Matt.
Just too much weight. It's not a good situation. If he makes this roll, I genuinely don't know. Like, we have to make the red run. If he makes the roll. You like your intern for that? Okay. 11!
Doesn't quite get low enough. Keeps the yellow open, so Colten's fears of having to play the red run back are alleviated momentarily as he can play this hit and roll undercover. This is Carrie McLean. Looking for this board weight hit and roll.
Close. Clean. Curl. Curl for the other way. Well, that's good, Paul. 11-3, a little heavy.
So that's 2 in a row down this path that have caught them off
yours is
guard.
25, but no, it's okay.
Not curling quite as much as either team expects right there. Let's see if they can adjust. But so with that roll, Matt can just hit on the nose and lie
to.
to.
Right now is everything's being overthrown. Like your guard slid in as well. Carries was a little heavy there. My draw going the other way was heavy by a few feet, and we used the backing, right? Like I think we could just use our sweepers as a general rule. Yeah.
Good conversation between Paul and Colten. Just talking about how what they're seeing. Ice is playing well. Maybe they're overthrowing a bit, a little nervy, and maybe just need to bring the sweepers in by bringing some weight off of those shots.
Control.
Well made by Cameron McKenzie there. Colten Steele looking for a big roll here to try to get below those guards.
Yeah, it's pretty important to stick around. I'm fine with normal.
Same as your other one.
Throw normal.
Yeah, good.
Colten saying there it's important to stick around. And what he means by that is if they roll out, he'll give Matt the opportunity to draw in behind cover. And it is a general rule the draws are a little bit easier to place than the hits. We need to get the weight and the angles all right. So by throwing normal, there's less room for error in that it might roll out.
Hard pull. Anything, Robbie. Go, 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 go. Come on, right over. Go, 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 go.
It's a really well played
Nice
shot.
throw, Carey. Nice shot.
Probably about half
one.
to 2/3 open. So visible, maybe even a bit more, maybe 3/4 open.
Nice shot.
Gives the
I'd rather see
opportunity
you do that than overthrow
for
it.
Matt
It seems like
Manuel
even
to
with control,
chase.
It's not really doing anything crazy. Oh yeah, your board waiter was like they were saying hack. It was easy control. I had 11-3 on your board weight one. But like as soon as we get the weight up into that like 10 range, it's really not doing a whole lot. We swept that for curl. It's still only probably curled about 7 inches.
Normally, maybe on a control weight shot, you might see closer to 9 or 10 inches. So just a
all of
little
us are just
straighter
together,
there
we're
on
just
this
saying the ball,
side.
like, even my draw going that way, we had to use the backing. We've overthrown most of our shots.
Just board.
So good chase there by
You
Cameron,
just threw.
but didn't get the roll away
Yeah.
that they wanted. And now Colten has the
I think that gives us a
opportunity
chance, right?
to go right
Do you think
underneath
that's minimum then, or
with this hit and roll. They're calling
sure?
control weight.
Give me an inch more.
Hopefully they've tightened up the ice
does that
here a
look for
bit.
control,
This
guys?
spot is has been a
Yeah.
little straighter than they have anticipated in the last couple throws. So just trying to make that
But
adjustment.
like line-wise, do you think
Get
that's
the
in the
weight,
ballpark?
get the line, get the sweeping. All right. Get this buried in the back 4 foot, lost under 2 guards.
Okay, smooth control. Carey's last one was the 10-1. I think we'll see a little bit right here, though.
Robbie McLean on this right out of the hand. It is curling early.
Hard, Robbie!
That is going to over curl. So maybe a hair of an over adjustment there and rolls right out. So opportunity for Matt Manuel to draw in behind
I think we just need a more
the
ice, yeah.
2 guard, though the red guard and the yellow in the top 12 foot, and really put some pressure on here for a big end.
Just not enough ice, or was I? Well, how was the weight? Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I almost just took you out there.
Colten, someone get Colten a beer. That man needs to calm down a bit.
What was the hog to hog on it? Okay. I think that's probably the bigger issue. I thought my release at least was like, even if I was an inch tight, I think we would have been able to save that with the right weight.
Some of the weight, talking about the release, all sorts of different combinations of things go into a curling shot and what can make or break that perfect roll, perfect shot. So thinking maybe a millimeter tight is in combination with a little bit down, leading to that over curl there.
It's good. Top 8.
So Matt looking to draw top 4, top 8. The weight's good. He's got to curl a long way here. Sweepers don't want to touch it.
It's trying. Don't really want to.
Coming down now.
Yeah, don't really want to.
Right to top tee, top button. Dead buried. That's a lovely shot.
This is probably the higher percentage make.
Well shepherded by Nick and Jeff. Good line call
Matt was
from
here to get
Cameron
that. I think we wanna be on
McKenzie.
the high side of it there.
Very well played by the whole team there. Coach over here behind the glass looking very pleased with that result.
Just freeze on the corner of it.
I thought that was going T-line.
Adam McCarahan back here, mum as always. No emotion.
And I was like, fine, right?
It's late here on the first day at the Stu Sells Halifax Classic, but we can still have some fun.
Yeah, okay. About 6 inches more Matt just through. Like,
Really dangerous here. I mean, the freeze onto the yellow just thrown does make it hard for the deuce, makes the 3 almost impossible. However, any sort of bounce, anything open with this red opportunity for a big end for Matt Manuel. Paul and Robbie. Robbie has not looked up yet. Head is down, trying to drag this.
Robbie's rock, lock it on. Robbie's the whole way.
And that is a beauty. Well played. Good throw, good line call, good sweep, good judge.
I just need to believe I can do that. That felt like a tight guard out of my hand. And they thought it was too, I think, based on the reaction.
So, no opportunity for a 3 here. Matt looking to draw a full 4-foot for the 2 and to tie the game. Just through this,
I
so
was nice and positive there to make sure.
slightly different path, but should be close all around.
If anything, I thought I was an inch wide. Well, that's about as good as we could have done. I don't think we could have really gotten shot without leaving him something for 3.
There's the comment from Colten there. You know what?
Man, I hate these
Takes the
backboards here. There's no room to do anything.
Colten, don't say anything bad about the club. That's rude. We'll let him go after a nice shot like that, though.
Where are close, Jeff?
Jeff and Nick heads down here. Needs to get the red. Full red. Full red. Well done. Bite of the button for 2.
All right.
So after 2 ends of play, we have a 2-2 score between Matt Manuel and Colten Steele here at the 1824 Halifax Classic.
Sorry about the first one. We just needed a little more ice on that. And I was also, like Carrie said, I was...
Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
under through it, and we needed an inch more ice on my first one. Yeah. Okay, let's set up a good one here. We're still in control. Any other observations we need to be aware of? I think just the general consensus is we've all been 4 to 6 feet heavy on most of our throws. Yeah, like my last one is the first one I let you guys do anything with, and it was perfect.
Hello and welcome back to the 1824 Stu Sells Halifax Classic. Here on sheet number 8, we have a doozy, a great Nova Scotia derby lined up between Colten Steele and Matt Manuel. We are 2-2 after 2 ends of play. After that big deuce, nice draw to the 4-foot by Matt Manuel. Colten Steele will have hammer, so we are led off by the engineer at Lockheed Martin, Nick Zaternuk.
There's the weight. Line's fine.
All right, so Nick coming in, broom length, right on the center line, just on the center line, enough to be in the no-tick zone. And so broom goes down for the corner guard. Robbie McLean locked in underneath that Moosehead's hat, putting this corner guard up.
Balls rock always.
Okay.
It's gonna over curl.
Looking to get this about level with that yellow rock. Does over curl maybe about 6 inches, covering full 12 foot. So Matt Manuel is going to go around this top 4.
I think so.
Right underneath their own.
The first end that under curled and that one over curled. Play the weight.
Shepherding this in. The sweepers think maybe a touch heavy. They're just watching this. Hasn't started to curl yet. And this will slip deep. How deep? Just into the back 12 foot there. So opportunity potentially for Robbie McLean here to get in behind the corner guard and be shot stone. Might leave a tap for Matt Manuel, but will be a tricky shot nonetheless.
Okay, clean it. Same pass, line's good.
Line's good. Got a curl, maybe. Looks heavy.
Easy.
Looks heavy.
I think we want that to pick. Hey, Robbie.
So Robbie McLean also coming a little deep. Case of the heavies here on sheet 8. Sitting second shot. So opportunity for Matt. He could come around the center here, but electing to go around the corner and kind of shut down this corner guard and shut down the big end around the corner for Team Colten Steele. So could go either way. Both shots equally good about what you can make here for Jeff Marr.
T-line. Back 8. Just do it. Just do it.
Again, we're hearing heavy from the team. Can't go by this red without taking a bit of it. Takes a bit of it. So does move the red out of the rings. Sticks around to sit 2. So Jeff not looking enthused with that, but I think the result is good enough. A classic curling term, and something we all aim for, really.
That's a 14.
All there.
So
Okay,
Back 8.
good.
Back 8.
back 8 is the call right now. Paul looking to come around here right to that yellow.
How much?
Right to it.
Straight, straight. Keep going, Kerry. Keep going. Wait, guys.
So little
Paul.
tap there, little over curl, little heavy. Angles are bad here for Team Colten
was
Steele.
13-8.
Opportunity to sit 3 if you're Matt Manuel without hammer. No hesitation, broom down. Corn broom in hand.
Just talk.
Head down out of the hand for Cameron McKenzie. It is curling off the line. By the guard now. Sits 2 but does jam it, and the red is a biter on the back. Tough to bring the red back into play with all the junk back there, but is a possibility. Colten looking for a setup here of a corner freeze to start that process.
We will be second shot. He probably just goes there.
I think you have to, right?
I think that's still good. If he freezes, we can chisel it.
Just a minute ice, I think.
Back foot, Paul.
Like he's taking. He's getting a foot less ice for 3 feet more weight. Go wait.
Looking to come around here. Top 4 is a little maybe lighter than they were looking for. They're trying to come to this yellow, which is back 8 foot. Now it's sliding around, and it has to go a long way.
14-5. Yep, carve it,
Warping now.
Okay.
Oh, and that's really well played.
Judge, guys.
Really well played. That being said, it is a half to 3/4 open. Maybe the opportunity to get low, get by the yellow, and get both reds moving.
Same as Jeff.
Just talking over the line and weight combination here. You got to get both right to make a shot.
That same broom as Jeff? Okay.
Matt maybe using the old skips trick. I don't know if the broom moved there. He might just have shuffled his feet.
More than Jeff. I came here.
Moving early on them again off this center line. Trying to get a little low on this red. By the guard first. Oh, and it does crash. Oh. And does settle in there. So they are shot stone. An opportunity for Colten to now sit. Maybe play some sort of tap. Get shot stone. Yeah, the freeze to the back is a good
You guys
call.
like this? Right on the nose? Yeah. Like board? Any weight you like. What weight? Hack, board.
Look to get rid of one yellow and maybe keep the top yellow as sort of a little bit of backing for this red that's being thrown. Line really important here to keep the angles good for Team Steele.
Yeah, straight.
Out of the hand.
Robbie.
Robbie McLean on the brush. Going early. Has to get by this guard.
Keep going, you gotta stay on it. Keep going, keep going, keep
Is
going.
over curling. And does move the yellow. However, does not remove it from play and rolls out.
like
So opportunity for the crooked number, or the force, big force here, sorry, without
That
hammer.
also was probably like easy hack when it got down here. 12-8 on that.
So Cameron McKenzie, opportunity to play the same shot here. Probably looking for a little bit
But I
more
think with a good
weight.
throw, that was the right room. Yeah, board.
A little bit more weight, but still coming off the center line really hard. Really hard, my goodness. Oh no. Started out, they called board out of his hand, but I don't know if that was board weight by the end.
Top 8.
Both teams getting fooled here by this side of the sheet. A little bit of the heavies earlier in the end, and then maybe some overcompensation, and now throwing a little lighter than anticipated. So, sitting one, opportunity to go around that center guard and sit two here with hammer for Colten Steele. Carrie McLean.
Line's a little tight. Keep it out there if you can. Top 8. It's over curling. Robbie's the whole way.
Over curling, you hear Colten there.
15-6.
15-6 is the time from hog to hog. So 15-6 right to the top of the forefoot, top of the button. Peeking out the other side. So the question is, can you get a little bit low there and maybe get below your own guard if you're Matt? And that seems to be the indication.
Second one closer. First one I knew we'd have to go coast to coast as soon as it was let go. But I think on first one as well.
The call's going to be
just
up for a
hammer,
hack weight
We
here.
would have probably made something.
Two strong sweepers, hold it out early, carve it back late,
It was probably easy hack by the time I got down here.
just like the coach would draw
I
it
had
up.
12-8 on it. We got a bit of a break there on cams.
Oh, a little hot mic action picking up from sheet 1. I think Felix Asselin, Martin Kratter realizing that McIsaac is a stone-cold thrower and it doesn't miss a whole ton of shots. Watched him curl in the doubles event 2 weeks ago. Didn't miss a whole ton there either. This is a way out there. Jeff's got to make this warp. He's doing his best. Matt, Manuel there. Just that hair bit high, jamming on the back. And now Colten Steele sitting second and third with hammer. And the opportunity to sit a third one.
But
nose and then he rolls. And we're playing to 1.
nose and he rolls. Okay, yeah, let's make the roll. I'm with you. I think that's close.
Yep.
I'll be positive here. Forward.
Always playing that double in the back.
Matt and Cameron trying to strategize how to get this back from a 3 to a 2. There's not a lot of good options if this is made good by Colten here.
Yeah, we were thinking good board.
Okay, let's take an inch more ice, Carey. Oh, he loves it too, okay. 3 inches. Okay.
The sweepers might want a bit more ice. The skip says 1 inch.
Yep.
I think Kerry McLean there at third thought that 1 inch wasn't enough. So, but 3 inches given, the opposite of what Matt did earlier.
Good board. I think you're just good board.
Curl! Curl!
Don't want to be nose here. Don't want to be high side. Robbie McLean trying to drag this back. Does get to nose, doesn't jam it. However, opportunity now with that for Matt to get back underneath the guard. And
That's pretty good.
maybe take the big end away, force Colten to draw.
Yeah, I was just concerned about the back here.
I knew we were getting nose.
Played it a little safe. They gotta be careful though. Yeah. One way.
The risk here is if Matt doesn't make the hit and roll under perfect, the 3 is still in play.
Okay. I think that we can live with that though. I like
So
the
him and
throw.
Cameron are looking at
Nice and
some
positive.
doubles.
I asked them if they thought it was min or max, and they both said min. And then I asked you for an inch more, and you gave me like a whole head. I was like, okay, clearly I had min. I asked them, and they both thought it was minimum. So
Kerry and Colten
it's just
keeping
hard
it
to believe
light.
It's going to curl that much with board, but I think if we're throwing it positive, it will work.
Good conversation there. Understand the ice. Try to explain or understand what you're seeing and make adjustments. I mean, they didn't quite get back to nose there. They asked for more ice and then didn't get the curls, thinking maybe it was a bit big. Maybe it wasn't the ice that was the problem, or maybe they did need to tighten it up. That's what we're trying to figure out. Always trying to diagnose the ice.
Okay, I think the nose was a fine result then.
So Matt not loving the hit and roll under.
Yeah, if he makes the roll, it is, but if he noses it, we're drawing for 3. So I think that's good.
Looking instead
If
at
he ever decided
the
to take
back
one, I don't think he ever
double.
would, but if he had ever played the draw, we'd have a pretty easy slash. I think he's throwing some heat here. I think.
Yes, Colten, you are correct. Matt is going to be throwing some heat here, trying to make this back
I'm great.
double and roll up. Cut down the scoring area at the same time as eliminating some stones. Maybe didn't like the path he was just playing. Didn't want to throw it twice in a row. This is just warping off the center line. And so that's right on the beak. Sits for second shot. But now a nose hit
think
for
that-
3.
What does that, is that good?
That spot over curled 3 or 4 shots this end for Team Matt Manuel.
Control with that ice.
Colten now taking the other turn.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays here. Could be a little straighter than they anticipate.
14 is through.
Just like nice control though. I don't want to overthrow this. I think that yeah, that should come up enough with control.
On who?
Nose is good.
Not the second one, I'm sure.
Okay, smooth control.
I think it looked pretty good, I thought.
Just talking about the weight here. Smooth control, good throw, nice positive release. Is throwing a little straight here, but does get right back to the nose, and that's a 3. Very nice throw from Colten Steele. Well called by Karen McLean. Well swept by Paul Dexter and Robbie McLean. And so we have, after 3 ends of play and a big 3-spot with hammer, a 5-2 Colten Steele lead over Matt Manuel.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Oh, is it great? He's mad.
Line's good. Okay, it is a little wider than we've been.
Okay, so after that 3-spot in end number 3 for Colten
Carry it
Steele,
again.
we are playing in end number
Distance,
4.
guys,
Sheet number 8 at the
Distance and curl.
1824 Stu Sells
Keep going,
Halifax Classic. So with that big
I really
crooked
don't like that 7
number,
rock. I think
Colten
it's slow and
Steele
curls.
is coming into the rings
Yeah, I
here,
agree,
keeping
Robbie.
it open.
That was a good throw.
I gave you like a pretty high.
7 rock
Like
confusing them a
14-6 should be there
bit.
easily. How was that throw? Too positive or?
I like the throw. I think you're just a pound heavy.
Okay.
I get a 10.
Okay. I was just wondering why it didn't curl till we got Paul on it, but that makes sense.
Talking about the last throw, talking about this throw, just trying to understand every spot on the ice, trying to understand why the rocks are doing what they're doing, so you can make adjustments. That's the real goal there, is to diagnose, understand, and make adjustments. Whoever makes the adjustments and understands the ice better, probably going to make some more shots, have a good shot at winning this game. So with that rock in the top 12 foot, Matt deciding to throw up the corner guard, which Nick throws up very well, guarding about half of the 8 foot, 2/3 in the 8 foot, which is really nice. Playing on the side of the red so that maybe he can make some sort of hit and flop, hit and roll later underneath his own.
Line's tight. Line's good for top 4.
Robbie, an experienced mixed doubles player, popping up and sweeping his own rock, no problem.
Line's still good for top 4. 15-3.
Dragging this in, Paul and Robbie are, and they're going to get that into
sweat,
the
Paul.
top
Your way.
4 foot.
Good shot.
Did over curl a bundle. I'm not sure the difference there. Maybe a little bit less ice.
14-6. That's why
You got
I'm
about
not
2
loving
or
that 7.
3
I know we
feet
went out
more
wider, but, like,
curl,
we've been out that
which
wide
is
a couple times.
crazy. Maybe it is the rocks
Like
there,
14-6 should be
Colten.
back
Maybe
out.
you're onto something.
And Robbie's second one was 15. What did I get? 15-3, and it was 2 feet more than the one that he threw 14-6 on.
There you go. Less weight, more curl, more distance. Maybe it's a little bit of a cutter on his first one there. Looking around the rings here,
Always Jeff.
sheet number 1, we have Team McIsaac up 3-1 over Team Asselet, playing with the 3. Felix Asselet, JP Trepanier, Martin Kret. There's a blank in end 3, so Team McIsaac with hammer and 4. Team Marquette and Driscoll and Team Latacour. There was a blank in 1. I'm trying to see what happened
not bad
in
either, is
2. There was a single in 3. Thank you to our lovely Kelly running everything back here, running the show. We love all of our staff and volunteers here at the Stu Sells Halifax Classic. Trying to still get that score for Team Laticour. That's our other feature sheet. If you listen to them, you want to tired of hearing my voice, you flip over to them. Got a couple of beer orders down here behind the glass.
Okay, make sure it's tight. Line's good.
Still can't see that score. And then on sheet 4, we have Team Champ up 4-0 on Team McDougall after 4 ends. So that guard from Nick very high, just over the hog line. Now we have a center guard from Paul Dexter, and now we're probably looking at a hit and roll for Matt Manuel here. Still trying to see that score there on sheet 2. There's a 3, so it looks like it is 2-1 after 3 ends of play as they finish up end 4 on sheet 2. I'm getting some feedback here from the folks at home. I appreciate. I've been wrong on some names before, especially across the sheets. I always check in on my sheet, but I don't get a chance to chat with everyone. My apologies to Team Laticour. I have been told that is incorrect. It is pronounced Latisseur. So my apologies. I'm going to make sure I get that right from now on. Thank you for the feedback from home. I really appreciate that. My apologies again, Team Latisseur.
Okay.
So on our feature sheet, very nice come around there, keeping the double guards in play.
Do you have all that?
With that first guard moving so far sideways, being so high, opportunity to chase that tighter yellow guard, either straight peel or potentially make the run back and keep your red stone in play.
Whoa! Curl, big curl. Really got to go, Carey.
Curl to hit it. Okay.
Curl to hit it is never what you want to hear,
Just too
but
much ice.
they did curl it and they did make it. So straight peel is made, and so now Matt has a choice to make. Not alarm bells here down 3 with hammer. There's still a big end in there.
Hit that useless one up there. So I was fine with the hair more ice. I think in hindsight we should probably throw that a little easier just so that we can roll something into the middle. But that's a good result. I just didn't want to kill this one here if we hit it super thin. Pardon?
Throw felt okay?
Yeah, throw was good.
Good conversation there, Paul and Colten, just trying to chat about why that happened. Just too much ice, Colten said. It was a good throw, right at the stick, good weight, good release, just a little bit too much ice there. And good diagnosis, good conversation. You don't want Paul second guessing that release later in the game. Here's this hit and roll right on the beak, very nice. To sit shot, stone. And to sit first and third it is with hammer.
Find a way to kill that red.
Like a nice 9-5.
Ignoring shot stone, going after third shot here, and maybe trying to get a roll under the red guards. Sitting pretty then. You get one lost in there. Maybe you take away any sort of opportunity for a double. So Kerry McLean here.
Yeah, straight!
Right out of his hand, Robbie McLean picks him up. Things been
hard for nose. Keep going. Hard to not. Okay. Okay, Kerry.
all these stones coming really hard off the center line. Maybe the teams need to adjust, give a little bit more ice off the center line, or just pop that release a little bit more to keep it straighter. So now Matt, with shot stone, has an opportunity to hit and roll off this red and sit to splitting the house really sort of lock in that 2 if this is made well here. Holding this, trying to hold this, Nick. He's on the guard, though. Didn't quite curl up. And that is not the result you want. Leave the Yellowstone open.
Do you have any air on this? Okay.
He's good.
Getting under might still leave a double back for Matt, and that brings
This is on.
that brings the blank into play. Colten
Okay.
probably looking for
like control here, guys.
force here. This is interesting. This is right down the center line.
Last one was 10-3.
We've seen some rocks really move here, but down the center line might just hold up a bit. Carey McLean, the ankle sock delivery. We're not a fan of the ankle socks, Carey. Somebody get that man some longer socks for tomorrow. We're gonna need that to change.
Whoa, straight.
A little bit high
A
side.
millimeter there, Matt, while I was sweeping. I think I did that. Sorry.
Good sportsmanship there from Colten.
shot,
Think he
Carey.
might have moved that red, and Matt
Yeah.
also echoing that sportsmanship and saying, it probably
I had
didn't make
half a
too
mind
much
to
of a
call that,
difference.
but I just didn't want to get cute and roll out. 10-8. If anything, I thought you poked it a slight bit wide, but I think we're okay. Yeah, I like that throw a lot better than the first. Just got curling, and I think your first one was just less weight. The boys didn't identify.
Same weight on both of them.
I had a 10-3 and then a 10-8 on the 2.
So Matt trying to make this hit and roll in behind cover here. Doesn't need to do anything fancy and get rid of both reds now. Can try to keep the 2 alive. And just sort of in between 2 minds there. Couldn't get underneath the guard. Didn't stay in front of the red.
Well, we don't wanna
So it
leave
is
him that
available
trouble.
for Colten.
Nose is great, but let's not get cute with it.
Totally.
So I gave you right there, and I think that's right in the ballpark. Yeah, 10-5.
Played this shot a couple times before. So thinking they have
Same thing
the
as Carey.
broom, the weight
Nose
locked
is
in
great, but I don't
here.
want to get too cute with it here. Carey actually poked. That's this broom for sure. This is the same ice, but Carey also hit like 3/4, right?
Yeah, just stay close.
10-5. I really like that ice for mine.
Don't know. I'll take Cam's rocks, I think. Give him a fresh pair.
Little bit. 10.
Curl.
Curl out of the hand. Does roll up a bit. Right in front of the other. It's a cheekily good result from Colten. Don't think that was quite the call, but it is perfect. Does give Matt a double. Don't know if he can make the double and roll buried, but the double brings the blank into play.
I thought I kicked out a little big, but I just didn't want to start. I don't know. The second anything slowing down or soft comes into play out here, I think we're in trouble.
More importantly, for the coaches to place their beer.
Yeah. If he makes the double and roll, we have a short run. I think we just play it with peel to be safe. Curl an inch maybe. Or just put it right where we want to hit it.
Good conversation here from Paul, Carey, Colten, just diagnosing what they're going to play if and when this, if this is made perfect. It's got to be close. Oh, just a little thin. Leaves the red in play and leaves the red
roll
buried.
I don't think he'll take on the blank, but he might. Okay. Roll in ideally, but nose is fine. I think we probably throw normal out here, right? Just because we haven't seen it.
Basically what you just threw, kind of.
Yeah, maybe just a hair more. I don't think that's going to curl. You threw one here, right? That was pretty straight? Or was that Paul? One of you did. Okay.
He leaves it blank and then take it on.
Maybe even an inch more.
Interesting conversation. They're down 3. You don't want to give up a steal, but you don't want to be being forced is almost worse. So taking the opportunity to try the blank, keep hammer, knowing that if you give up one, you have hammer, I think is what they're thinking, as opposed to taking one or being forced and losing that hammer advantage.
But nose all.
Colten Steele with his last.
Yep.
Robbie out of his hand, picks this up.
Whoa, whoa!
So, about a half stone blank here. Matt, not even looking at it.
Okay, enough.
Brooms down, draw to the forefoot, take his one.
Sorry, no, a weight call? Or? Oh, okay. No, he wasn't. Yeah. I think I was. I think I was just getting greedy for the roll, and he wanted to make sure we were hitting it.
I looked up, I knew they were flashing, so I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't panic.
Good conversation between everyone here.
Oh, that's fine. I thought maybe you saw a little bit of break that I was missing.
I was anticipating a bit of break, but
That's exactly what yours did, where it looks like it's going to curl and it doesn't. So then you threw one in the forefoot area, or I threw one in the forefoot area. We tightened it up and it curled, remember?
I guess that's just the first one I've seen from that angle right there.
No, that gets the job done.
Matt looking for full 8 foot. Bite of the 4 does this for the single.
It's not a gimme. I got like top 4.
And just guiding this in, really nice all around, right to the tee line. That's a good force for Colten Steele, a good draw for Matt to take his single. After 4 ends of play, we have Team Colten Steele 5, Team Matt Manuel 3 here at the 1824 Stu Sells Halifax Classic.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stu here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stucurls.com, see all my events, see the Stu Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Hello, we're here in end number 5 with Team Steele having hammer. Nick Zachernuk leading us off after the single, the force in end number 4, and we heard, or at least I heard, I don't think anyone else would have heard, some of the math that goes on at the ends, at the breaks in between these ends, and being down 2 without hammer, we heard Team Matt Manuel doing some math about how they were going to get themselves back into this game. Do they need to steal? Do they need to force? How are they going to do this? And the decision was force isn't bad. So guard goes up, has to stop, which it does not. A little bit of frustration there from Jeff Marr, because that does not help the situation.
10-5.
Needed to be out there, needed to have a guard to really set up a force here, but unlucky that it just slips in, and so broom down for Robbie McLean to make this take out. Now Robbie's got to be careful here. He can't be leaving himself a guard either, so he has to get a little bit of a roll here.
Jeez, that's a miss.
Which he does, but he rolls straight out. So opportunity for Nick to put this back.
Halfway. Okay. I'd love to make that once. We always do that.
Try to take something off this. Now, this is the stone that pulled up a little light for him in the last end. So just wants to make sure that no matter what, he gets to about halfway. Halfway between the 12-foot and the hog line.
Okay, line's good.
Sweeper's head's down now. This is coming off of it. Going sideways.
I wish. Is that parking lot in the back?
Jeff maybe getting some of that frustration out in this sweep. That's a really nice throw. Right on the center line. Really nice.
Made, bite the 4 is good.
What's that? Yeah, it was a different line. I made sure I got it.
Who's getting in trouble with?
I said it.
My balls.
So, in response, we have to leave that guard alone. We can't tick the guard. We can't hit the guard. So, control the 4-foot. Colten Steele calling for this to be top 4.
It's like whatever.
On the first one.
Okay, 14-3.
Robbie, after his hit,
Hey,
a little heavy here.
so I also
Peanut Gallery here behind the glass, unhappy. That's back 4-foot back button, opening up an opportunity here for Team Manuel to control the top of that 4-foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
T-line.
T-line out of the hand.
Top 4 T. T. Good, Cam. Top 4 T.
It does run like for a long
You go freeze.
Like it doesn't even try to curl till the hot.
Freeze is being called now.
Waste there.
Not ideal because it's behind the
Waste
tee. Does get there. Little bounce. Back T-line. He can peel now. I think that's the call. Peel is how you make sure you have a shot on Colten's last. Whether it's for 1 or 2, that's TBD. But right now, you don't want anything out front.
Whoa!
Cam, backed up.
A shot, Paul.
Does make the peel there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very tight. Just almost tight. Tight.
Stay out of jail.
Good, Jeff.
So with the peel made, the guard goes back up. And now, oh, maybe playing the straight run back here. Try to get everything.
Straight back or
Just straight peel.
Straight peel's the call. Keep it simple. Keep it open. Those stones are behind T-line. Colten will have something on his last.
Hard carry.
Paul let this out a bit.
right to it.
Can't miss.
Right to it.
Just
What's
enough.
left? That was a little scary.
I would agree, Colten. That was a little scary. I was right behind Paul's release, and I was not convinced that was coming back. So, sitting shot stone. Team Manuel's going to throw another guard here for Cameron McKenzie's first. Try to get this right lined up. Mimic what Jeff's last one did.
Pretty high.
This one might be a touch tighter. They're picking it up right away.
Really high.
Really high is not great.
Come on, Jeff.
Trying to get this to go every inch. That's a really great sweep. Jeff head down from release, and I think made that pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think you do it again. Straight through it.
So, broom down. Peel.
Yes!
Peel being called. Ankles showing for Kerry McLean.
Whoa!
Straight back. Oh, well. I mean, sometimes you do have to tip your cap and say you're sorry. It wasn't the call, but probably was better than the call that was made. So,
It was still.
broom down for a come around. The freeze is okay. Top 4 is okay if it's fully
The
buried.
second one you just slid a couple inches wide.
Dead freeze on the nose.
Good shot. Yeah.
Matt,
Foot
the
tight, and then it looks like
the force is really tough now. I mean, the steel is almost very challenging from this position. The force is hard too. Kerry made that really well. Just got to move a little. It's close. Trying to keep this moving right to the back one.
Little bump.
Little bump. Opens it up a bit. At some point, if you're Matt Manuel, you do have to make sure you don't give up a 2. Decide when do you pivot. When is a blank?
I don't know if we need to.
Well, it's not a good option. It's probably better than giving up a 2 here.
Control.
So Kerry looking to straight pick this with control,
control.
weight. Maybe try to hang this shooter around with control. That guard is high enough. Might be there. Might be there to stick around.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Head down here from Paul Dexter. All 6'7" of him. I don't know how tall he
Take the
is.
roll, Robbie.
Does chip
nice
the
curling
red,
shot.
but sticks both reds around. That's a really nice piece of curling. And this might be where you see Matt switch to making sure he doesn't give up 2. Yeah, and that's what you're seeing. He's trying to make this double.
Way better, yeah. You're
Probably
I don't know what it is. It looks
doesn't
like they usually
get
do.
buried,
They're not getting all the way up.
but he can't give up a multiple score here.
Yeah. I think kind of letting it go there.
Probably it's not thick to make this. This is pretty thin.
Beauty on the.
He wants to maybe
You said it and I just missed it.
spin the shooter up a little bit. That would be ideal. Tough to do.
All right, we got away with it. The second one was look at your exactly 10.
Nick making this curl. Really nice. Makes the double. Doesn't get the roll up. Hit it too thin to roll it up. And
Right there with control, look close.
brooms down for the blank here. I mean, we got a nose, and then a blank. Roll out for the blank.
Shot.
Just nose with control. I might be able to take an inch more here. That's pretty deep in the rings. Let's take just a hair more.
Good
It
comment
doesn't
there
hurt us
about
taking max on
Colten.
these.
Some folks, when they put down
Yeah.
the broom for control, especially at the club level, will think,
Same way
oh,
Kerry
control
just-
curls this much, that's where the broom goes. But depending on where you are in the rings or in the guard zone, there might be more or less time for that rock to curl. So Colton's saying, let's take another inch. There's more room for this rock to curl. Nice adjustment there from the team.
Control. Little big.
Paul with his head down
Little
immediately.
Hard all the way. Stay down. Hard to stay. Hard to stay.
Hard Paul!
Has to stick around here. And does. Now, that is behind the guard.
Okay.
If Matt makes this
I believe
tap
it's telling the
good,
story.
or
I
freeze
think you
really
can tell,
good,
That was one of those ones you
blank
could tell,
might
like,
not be on. Decision time.
Sorry, I just didn't quite get that all the way out. I knew I was sliding tight, and I just didn't want to overcompensate.
I was saying,
Yeah.
we
The ones that Paul knew. Like the second I let it go, he just knew he had to go.
scoreboard.
So,
Get up two, makes it tough.
Take our
looking
medicine.
at the out turn. Okay, so
He's up top.
they looked at the in turn there, but they went back to this side. They've curled. They've played this draw 3 or 4 times. They should know the line. They should know the weight.
Much harder,
And so calling a straight freeze.
I don't think he's playing this.
Onto the back 12.
Yeah. Air low.
Hackner style.
Colton and Colton and Carey acknowledging Felix Asselin making an absolute pistol on sheet 1 there. Team McIsaac up 4-1, playing in 5 over there.
The speed at the end. Some of the hogs I'm getting now are like high 14s are still being swept at the end to get it there. I haven't thrown a draw in a little bit, so I just want to kind of gauge.
So here we go. Matt Manuel.
We'll get a good time on Matt's here.
Talking about the time there. They always time the hog to hog to see how the ice is playing. This is out there. This has got to go a long way. This has got to curl. This has got to curl a long way. And this might be straight by. It does bounce. It does look like Reddish shot. Unfortunately, the angles aren't quite there.
I'm not going to aim for the back, but it's there if you want
So
it.
Colton has this draw for 2. They don't think they need to move the yellow. They think the red is shot. So straight
my God, my
draw
gripper is
for
horrible.
2.
I wasn't sure if I got it. Just a chunk of gripper here. Straight draw. I got a 14-2 on Matt's there. Is it the same? Is it 2 feet slower, or can I just think the same?
Really good feedback. At this level, they play a lot off feel. A lot of what did the last
This
one
is ice for
feel
draw to
like?
button
So
with that guard still
you can
shouldn't
talk
be in
about a
play.
time. You can say it's 14-2. You can say it's 14-5. You can say it's 14-8. But at the end of the day, it's like, does it feel like the last draw? And the sweeper's confirming that, yes, throw the same. We'll get it there. Really nice conversation to hear.
It might have something under it.
Oh, might have felt a little
Line's
bit
good.
of a catch
I felt like there was something
something.
under it.
So just trying to keep this broom
Line's
down,
never a
keep
problem.
it moving. It's curling
the
really
broom on
well. Keep it down. Just trying to shepherd this in. Anywhere full 8 foot will do. That's a really nice throw. And that's 2 more reds. So after 5 ends of play, we're going to have a 7-3 scoreline. Team Steele up on Team Manuel. Just watching the sheet here, a little bit of conversation. Looks like we're throwing back. So, end number 6 coming. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
So here we go. End number 6. After another deuce for Team Steele, Manuel will have a hammer. So we were let off by Robbie McLean, the man of the Halifax Mooseheads
Heavy
hat.
clean.
They are home this weekend. They're playing Noranda tonight. I think they're playing
stay
the Moncton Wildcats on Sunday. So if you're not, or sorry, Noranda's on Friday. So if you're not here at the Stu Cells, you might as well go support the Mooseheads. Down at the Metro Center there.
Well judged. That's a good throw, Robbie.
This is just going to slip back button back 4 for Robbie McLean. This is a 7 stone.
Pretty good there.
Team Steele been wondering about that stone all game. But sliding deep does give Manuel something to work with, and corner guard is coming up from Nick Zatranuk here.
I think I heard Kerry had a 15-2, was it? So yeah, that's still right up to speed.
Good conversation between Colten and Paul there, talking about the ice, saying it was a 15-2 hog-to-hog on his last draw there, which is right to the tee line, thinking that the speed is still really good. The pebble is holding up. There's no flat spots. Really, really nice conditions here. Thank you to Adam McCarahan and the ice-making team. Now looking around the rings, what do we got here? Sheet 1, McIsaac up 4-3 after Asselin gets a deuce in 5. Team Ladiseur, now that I'm hopefully saying that correctly, up 6-1 on Mertet Driscoll. And on sheet number 4, we have a 4-1 scoreline for Team Champ over McDougall.
Okay, line's still great. Paul's rock, line's good. 15-7.
15-7, again, that hog-to-hog time to judge how the ice is playing. So a 15-7 in the 6th end to top 4 foot is pretty spectacular. Very good conditions here. So 2 into the top 4, or one, I guess one's back button, one's top 4. So Nick being asked to put up a second corner guard here, really set up for the big score if you're Team Manuel. You're looking for at least a 3 here. Bring yourself back into the game. There you go, 2 corner guards. So that means we need a center guard from Paul Dexter. This is right out of the curling textbook. This is how you play an end when you're down or up 3, depending on which team you are. Or 4, I suppose it is now. That's how you set it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right here is not horrible. Clean it if you can. Close. Stay close, guys. Straight. Straight.
So a little heavy from Paul here.
Okay, Paul, it's not bad.
Difference here is
15,
that
guys.
instead of being a guard, now there might be some opportunity to move some reds around. Now, Team Manuel, interesting call here. You might think, oh, we're going to ignore this red, we're going to come around, and Team Steele will throw a guard on top of this. Probably not, though. Every guard helps Team Manuel, so most likely what you'll see, and Manuel, I'm assuming Matt is assuming this, is that if we come around, that'll mean Colten will peel, and then we can play on the center. So we might as well get something in the rings right now while we can. And that's going to stick around. Maybe a little deeper than they would have wanted. It is poking out. Colten could chase if he wants.
You like that? Normal.
What do you think? What do you think?
Because this is so open, they're looking to chase. Would hate to crash on the yellow guard. That probably jams into the reds. Paul can't miss wide, though, and leave that in the 12-foot.
Curl.
Not a good
Come on,
sign.
Kerry, you got it. Curl right to it.
And just enough to move it out.
He's scaring me with those out turns right now. Well, perfect shot. Exactly as we called it.
There you go. Might have been a bit heavy, might have been a bit wide, but guess what? Called and made. End of the day, that's all that matters. So, Jeff Marr gets another opportunity to come around here, come around that yellow. This is going early. Needs to bite some blue. Cameron McKenzie, Nick Zatranek on the brush here. This needs. No, this is just going to come up light. So we got another couple guards here. Now Colten has an opportunity to peel. At some point, Matt has to deal with these reds in the center.
There isn't really a safe double anywhere.
Play the high.
This one, I guess.
That's the one, Colten. That is the safe double.
The issue, we can't really guard everything is the only problem. Let's play that.
So the reason you might not be
the one's fine, Carey.
the reason you might not be thrilled
You
about
like the in here?
peeling this one is that it is the wider one, and that yellow near Colten's right foot is potentially a little more dangerous come later in the end. So you'd love to peel that. There's no double peel on it. So trying to make this double peel, single peel I think they said was just fine.
Girl!
Out of his hand. Don't want to nose this.
Whoa. Take it, Paul.
Ooh, just, wow. It's been that type of game for Manuel. Just couldn't catch a break and move some reds there. Carey does get the peel.
I mean, that should
Does
never
good
really
enough.
some of the options that occur.
But makes it really
I'd like to
tough.
figure out what's going on with those.
You know, you can also just play a straight peeling.
You ever freeze that middle
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
I just,
Kind of
yeah,
fun
I don't know.
to find the reds, but you just straight peeling.
That worked out, but
Got a lot of granite, red granite to move here to score your deuce.
I almost like just giving him the other turn on those. When he's coming off the center line, it's like a total wild card.
Yeah, is that
I
easier?
thought you threw yours pretty well there, Paul. It was.
We're going to cross the sheets here. We just got a couple of finals. Sheet 4 looks like Team Champ pulled out a victory
That's what
over
I saw
Team
too.
McDougall, and you got
And as soon as
Team
you corrected, I figured
Lattisewer over Team
It's just,
Marquette
yeah,
and
that
Driscoll.
spot doesn't do a lot.
Again, my apologies for the earlier pronunciation issues, but happy we got that sorted out, hopefully, there between at the end of the fourth or third end there. Going early here, got the curl going, trying to get this roll really nice. Looks close. Sit down, Yellowstone, sit down. And it will just hang on. Now it's probably poking out, so they can chase if they like. Yep.
Got a bit of air? Okay, I like normal again.
So trying to make this hit, and now because they have some room around that guard, go a little bit low side and roll back to the center. Just trying to keep the pressure on, make the blank really hard on Matt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Curl! Hard, Paul!
This is floating out there.
Okay,
And that'll just roll out. So
good sweep, Paul.
there's a tough two. There's a tough big end in there somewhere for Matt. Again, assuming that if he makes this draw good, that Colten's probably peeling. I don't know if he's ever throwing the guard on this red-red combination.
Got away with the first one. After you let it go, I was actually playing that to try to hit and roll low without jamming. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what your throw. I don't know what happened with the throw. Like I couldn't quite tell if you were sliding wide or if you released it wide or.
Could have
Okay.
covered a few times, like 6 times.
So here we go. Cameron McKenzie trying to come in around this corner guard. And this will also likely poke out the other side. I mean, the depth is really nice. We're in the top 8 sort of depth.
You got half?
She got about a half a stone. So our ability to peel this out if they so choose.
3/4. Just throw like that same, like normal, nice normal. What do you mean? Like throw peel? Oh, we could sit there. I kind of like removing it, right? If he makes a double. Yeah. I think I like that same kind of weight Carey just threw.
That was probably
So I would give you there for nose. So we want that just to hit half. Yeah.
Well, hello. We have a guest
Sorry,
joining
I
us
have
here.
Matt's time on right now. Or Cam's.
The one,
That was Carey's
the
voice.
only, Rob Beliveau,
Okay.
joining us from Sheet 2.
Sheet 2 is over.
There we
think
go.
this is the right room
Sheet
anyway.
2 is over. Sheet 8
This is just more than I would
still
take for a
playing.
note.
Here we are in a game where Team Steele has played very well.
You were
Team-
here all by yourself, and I just couldn't let you
No, I appreciate it.
do that.
The people probably don't want to listen to me. I don't know what
Well,
the
they probably
stream is
already
saying.
have been
I don't know. I
listening.
don't have the stream up
Oh,
unless you
let's-
pull the
let's see-
stream
let's
up.
see
So,
what's
oh
going on.
God,
Anyone
might be in
listening
for
on
a
YouTube?
rude awakening
Anyone
here.
listening on YouTube?
Oh
Let's figure
God,
this
it
out.
is pretty late. Hopefully nobody.
Oh, we've got chat. Look at that. Oh, some constructive feedback in the chat. Why isn't the video playing? It's working fine.
All right,
Yeah, you
all
know,
right.
there we go. And people like it. Yeah, it's
All
great.
right,
It's
okay.
great.
All right. Overall, not too bad. You can't make everyone happy. We didn't have any curling trivia this game.
Oh, we can make up some curling trivia.
Ooh. We have lots of curling knowledge to help with that beside us.
Yes, there is a little bit of curling knowledge beside us. We could take advantage of that.
If he draws, I love a guard.
So what do we got here? We're in the
End number 6, Steele up 7-3. I think Matt is drawing here. Oh no, he's playing the hit. He's playing the double.
got a little hole to dig out of here.
Yeah, and it's not happening this end. It's not a big end here.
No.
There you
That
go.
makes
your
the double.
double.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, try to roll behind the corner on the right there.
Hoping maybe for a
I think throw
blank.
like a nice, like a 10-5. That's probably really safe ice, like nose-ish, but you can just try to get them on it for the roll.
There we go, Colten. Just trying to
You can go a hair more.
take the blank away from Matt Manuel.
Yeah.
Control.
Keep control of the
One roll, Robbie's
the
way,
game,
but
really.
This is really safe ice. It's like
Yeah.
just nose it, I think. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
We're in a similar situation as our young team Moshe earlier. Try to get your blank here. Get your 2, maybe a 3 and 7, and then steal an
Yeah.
8. Tough position, but not impossible. Mosher made Tremblay throw his last earlier, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
3 more games.
Yep.
On it early.
Whoa! 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 Yep, hard!
Wow.
Sits it under there.
Enough to make the blank. It's a scary looking blank.
It's
Got an
a,
eighth on this one.
You got a quarter maybe.
Good line. Oh. He's got less than a quarter from that end. I think I'm okay with him playing this.
Maybe 2 inches.
Well, brooms down for the blank here. Matt Manuel
Some water.
looking at this quarter stone that's available to make the blank.
Here, do you wanna
Keep
you
the
throw
hammer
one
going
for
into
ready to
7.
sweep this? Oh yeah. Just get ready to sweep. Okay. So I thought you wanted water.
Colten, if Rob is joining us, Colten has been all over. We've gotten lots of good sound bites from
Oh,
the
yeah?
game. Oh, yeah.
Slide in here for some water, sorry.
Hot mic still on. Matt, meanwhile, trying to make this blank. Can't go by.
Looking for the curl here. Must be out wide.
No,
They
wide,
miss.
straight wide, and that. We're looking at each other.
What are they doing?
That's handshakes.
That's handshakes.
Okay. Very well played game between Team Steele and Team Manuel, but that'll be an 8-3 victory. Team Steele staying in that. I guess no. This is group play this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it's
groups.
not an A bracket, but it's a group play. So a good result for Team Steele in their group. Team Manuel will look to regroup tomorrow. And I think we're going to slide over to sheet 1.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
That's what we've been missing all along. The missing purple element.
Good thing I didn't say if you win the game.
Okay, so sheets 8, 2, and 4 are off the ice. We have lost our mics, but we are still here on the stream. We have got Gabby behind the glass producing this for us, changing the angles to get us sheet 1 here. Last draw on Wednesday at this 7th men's 4th women's edition.
And this is a close game.
And we have a game.
Felix was down there in those first end, went down by 3 and then bounced back with 1 and then gave up 1 and then up 2. And now, it's a 4-3 game.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen this team play with 4 people. At least not at this tournament. I feel like this is what they do. They show up with 3.
This is a thing.
They show
There
up
have
with 3.
there have been this could be some trivia time.
Ooh.
Who else has played with 3 at this event?
Who else has played with 3?
I don't actually have an answer for that.
Ooh.
But I know they have.
They have multiple times. That's a good question. I'll have to think back. Maybe our anonymous trivia source from earlier can give us some insight into that. Can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
They have.
We've had some
I know
lovely subs.
Yeah, we've had some good subs.
We've had some lovely subs. JP can also sweep for about 4 people by himself, so he doesn't really need help, does he?
He could probably sweep for 6 people, actually.
Yeah, that man can sweep pretty much endlessly. So, Felix just coming up a little bit tight there, giving McIsaac Kalen, who works for Churro Landscaping as an operator and laborer.
Yeah.
And he is... And the only player on this team allowed to try all of the PEI brewing products because everyone else is underage. They're on a junior team here. Whoops.
They're looking for the non-alcoholic PEI brewing.
Yeah, we have those options.
Yeah.
We have those options available. So there, I think this is hammer. So trying to figure out how to score their 2 here. I'm thinking. I mean, I think they're trying to follow that same path without
Just can't tell if
over-curling.
they can get to if they get to nose.
They got to be close. Yeah, you can play maybe like a back line at this to hold it a bit straighter.
Folks watching the stream, we don't have microphones on these players on this sheet as we've just moved over from sheet 8 to sheet 1, so can't hear what they're saying, so we're trying to figure it out, but it looks like
Felix's face says it all right now. It doesn't look like he was very happy with the result of that shot. So I think they've settled on a shot here. It does look like they're just playing the straight draw.
I'll try to come down and just nudge on the top of that yellow on the back button, or catch the top of the button.
Floating out there right now. Got to bring this back. Unless they're playing the straight tap. Was straight tap the call?
Yeah, maybe it was.
Oh
Must
my
have been.
goodness
Look at that.
gracious. That's a solid 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
nice shot.
So with a 2, that'll be a 6-3 lead for Team McIsaac over Team Asselin. So we head into end number 7. So with that deuce, we're going to have Team McIsaac start us off with Christopher McCurdy, 18-year-old 12th grade high school student and dairy farmer. So looking to go probably top 4 foot here.
If you're up this late watching us, you're a committed curling fan wherever you're watching from. I'm glad to have you on the stream, but you're also welcome here at the club. And what's awesome about this event has been from its first year till now is free admission, no charge to get in. We'll let anyone in. It's great. Just come on down.
It's true.
Check it out. We've got great bar here. We've got food all week. We've got entertainment starting Friday night, live music.
Absolutely.
Saturday night, live music. There'll be lots of events going on, and it's free to come down here.
Just the best.
Who doesn't like free?
Can't really beat it. I don't know what else is going
No.
on in town, but like, come on. Something here or there, I'm sure.
Nothing else for curling.
No, nothing
If you want
else for
curling, this is the place to be.
This is it. Really. So with that, we have down 3, Team Asselin looking to set up their end and playing the corner guard from Jean-Francois Trepanier, a manager at Hydro Quebec, and McCurdy being asked to put another one into the top 4, top 8 along the center line.
This one's coming down nicely. Maybe a little deeper than they wanted, but yeah, not quite frozen there.
So Trepanier being asked to now put up another corner guard, mirror the one he just threw.
This looks like it's going to settle in nicely. As Felix has to really go on the offensive this end to dig out of this hole.
Trying to set up a big end here. And McIsaac calling for the center guard from Owen Fisher. 17-year-old agricultural business student at the Dalhousie Agricultural Campus. Here we go, looking for the center guard. Just being guided down by the sweepers.
Comes down, maybe overcurls a little bit from where they wanted it.
Yeah. And so we will have playing with 3. Jean-Francois throwing a third stone. It is some of you may know this name. Jean-Michel Menard is the one who is not with us this week.
Missing in action.
So it is Trepanier, Crete, and Asselin as the 3.
Gonna make the hit here. And it's gonna be right on the money.
Yeah,
Nice
right
shot.
on the nose. Now looking for at least a single, if not a double peel. Open up the front here and take away some of those options for a big end.
One just knocks theirs in a little bit there.
Gets it out of the front, gets it out of the way, which is probably one of the more important aspects of that. So now decision time. Are we throwing up guards? Where are we hiding yellow stones? How are we hiding yellow stones to set up this big end?
Yeah.
And this will be the first for Martin Kretz, who's a business intelligent architect for Desjardins. He of probably the biggest set of lungs in the Bonspiel.
Probably. Not sure how you validate that.
Earlier, Colten, I think, said the words, Martin, he's up. So Colten validated it for us.
Colten validated it.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to get this to carve in and just
It's just hanging out there a little bit, eh? Out there a little bit and a little heavy than what they wanted, so.
Yeah. But it's back there. It's in the rings. It's something they can use. Isaac just looking for ways to, open up the front a bit, get rid of some of the reds or get rid of that yellow on the back, because those are really helping Felix right now.
Isaac go to the Truro Curling Club.
Never curled there.
No, neither have I. Truro, the hub of Nova Scotia.
The hub. The hub. So I think they've settled on sort of an option run back where whatever they pick out is bonus.
Yeah.
Pretty thin.
One.
Makes the reds go. 2 yellows in play. So
Yeah.
now the question is, where do you hide the next yellow? Can you use your corner guard to help with that?
I think they have to on this one.
I agree, Rob. I think so.
Coming behind that one on the top 12 is just a little early, I think, and you're losing that leverage of that corner guard at that point. So.
Yeah, and you might end up with them throwing a big weight triple here.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Martin back up. looking to throw the come around that corner guard, the aforementioned corner guard. Trying to get this to curl.
Curl, it's hanging out there a little bit. That's his first one hung out there a bit too.
That is true.
A little heavy, and this one
Heavy as
a
well.
little heavy.
It'll work though.
Nope.
It'll work. And this will be Nathan Gray, 18-year-old studying engineering at Dalhousie. Another engineer. They're everywhere. Picking this up right out of his hand. Low.
Will they get one? Will they get both? No.
I believe that rolls for third shot. Tough to tell from our angles here. But, that means that for at least the minute, there's a big end somewhere in there. This one's curling early. Now it's
Wants it to curl. Wants to get it in under there. Set up for a jam opportunity if McIsaac tries to take it out.
really warped there at the end.
Hit a T-line though, so
Yeah.
it's,
Could nose
Nice
the
shot.
back one. So looking at 3, McIsaac trying to find his way out of this end. I think he settled on a run back. I don't know if this is straight back or...
it looks fairly straight back. There's definitely a chance that that guard, when it runs in, sticks at the top 12.
Yeah.
But the back 2 should go. I guess they probably feel even if it sticks, getting rid of 2 is worth it. And
Yeah. Oh,
this
just a
looks like
little
it's
wide.
A little wide.
So
That's a miss, but clears it out.
knows that to sit 4. Give a double and take your 3 and be in this to play 8.
Could be the TSN turning point.
Oof.
I said this on the last game, and I was asked if I'm allowed to say that, and I said, I don't know.
TSN ain't
I just said it. I just said it. Like, that's just the way it is. What other turning point? Is there any other turning point in sports? Like
The HCC
the
turning point.
HCC, the Adam and Rob turning point? I don't know.
No,
I go with TSN turning point.
I
It
think
works.
that's fair. If they
TSN,
want,
if you're listening, there you go.
they want,
Take the credit.
We're honored, actually.
Well,
You
no.
want?
Yeah. But they might not want us saying it, though.
No. Okay, just trying to shepherd this in to the nose.
We're making some people around us laugh.
That's what I said earlier. I said I got one giggle on a couple of
Got
my
one
jokes,
giggle?
and that was good enough.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Can't take ourselves too seriously.
Don't know if
folks.
anyone online cares, but
Well,
we got the giggles behind the glass, and that's what really matters.
yeah.
So looking to make this double and only give up a 3. Oh, doesn't quite.
But they turn that into a 1. No, he's got one left.
Yeah,
he's
no,
got
this
one
is-
left.
yeah,
We
Felix
don't have our ticker here.
No. Felix has got a nose hit here for a 3. Didn't quite get that third yellow quite far enough.
Still has to make this. He's not breathing a full sigh of relief yet.
No, and then he's got to go without hammer in 7. Or in 8, I should say. So still a long way to go for
Yeah.
Felix. First step,
Get this.
knows this.
Last rock. 7th end here. McIsaac up by 3. But this shot is 4-3 to tie it.
And very well played. Right on the nose.
Nice.
And away you go. Game on. Playing
Game
8.
on.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
We're back here in the 8th end. We've got a tie game here, folks, after Felix Anselam made a nice, straightforward hit for a 3 in this last end. And we're coming down now with McIsaac with hammer in the 8th. And close game. Appreciate you tuning in here. It's 11:45 Atlantic time. Not sure where you're watching from, but it's late for curling for us. This is a long day here at the Stu Sells 1824 Halifax Classic. Five draws today. It's the only day that we have 5 draws. All the rest of them have 4 draws starting at 9 o'clock. Here at the club, free to come in. Entertainment on Friday and Saturday night. And lots of food, lots of great curling, and did I mention it's free to come in? So no excuse. Come on down. Pretty sure at this point, out of the 7 years that this event's been running for the men's side, that Felix Eslan and part of his team or part of his former team, part of a team that he's played on has been here for almost everyone except for maybe one. So at least 6 years he's been here. So great to have him back. playing a local Nova Scotia team, McIsaac, up and coming out of Truro, in what's been a really close game so far. We see Felix calling for the guard here, trying to keep some stuff up front so he can try to get a steal here. This just gets over the hog line and gets over just on the center line. T-Baseline playing with 3 players. Missing Jean-Michel Menard. A couple extra rocks for the front end and certainly a lot more sweeping. So see how that plays out over the next 4 days. Many of the teams here at the Stu Cells, both men's and women's, will be also looking to tweak their skills and hone things in as they prepare for the Canadian Curling Trials next November here in Halifax, playing from November 22nd to 30th. If you didn't catch it yet, you should know that tickets are on sale and they're going fast. So if you're thinking about attending those next year, make sure to look those up online at curling.ca. And if you weren't planning to go, but you know a curler who would like to go, it makes a really great stocking stuffer. So you should check that out, curling.ca, the Canadian Olympic Trials, next November. The winner of that, both men's and women's, will be going to the Olympics. So it's a little bit on the line there. But, just going to the Olympics, Alan. Can you imagine? Just going to the Olympics?
Oh, man.
I'd like to go to the Olympics.
I was there in
I won't be going there for curling, but
yeah. I hung out. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Just saying, these teams, all the teams at this event will be starting to hone their skills and work in to get into those.
Yeah.
Try to get into those next year.
Trials, pre-trials.
Pre-trials, yep.
Yeah.
Wolfville. Mixed doubles in Liverpool this Christmas.
Nova Scotia Center Curling here for the next
The road to Italy.
The road to Italy. So, McIsaac trying to keep this real open, hey? We could get that on a poster.
It'd be nice to have posters, actually. That would be really good. We should get some posters for that and maybe some brochures.
The road to Italy goes through Nova Scotia.
Yeah, no, that would be good. That's a great idea, Alan. I'm going to make sure that we pass that on to our friends at Curling Canada and get those things brought to us here. It'd be great to hand out.
Okay, all right. I have no stake in the game.
Well,
soon.
You're helping out now.
Oh,
you're on the team.
No,
you're
how
on
did
the
that
team.
happen? Oh man,
Patch Allen. We're going to call you Patch Allen.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
can work with that.
You're going to have to because
it's happening.
I don't think we don't know if we're going to call it the Patch yet, though, do we?
Ooh, we're gonna change it. I like that.
That could be trivia for our listeners. Did they listen to us talk about this in November of 2024 when they show up next year and we call it something different?
Oh man, there we go.
Imagine
yeah, someone they'll know. The real question.
We should probably stop talking about this. Curling Canada might start cringing. So,
do you think Curling Canada is going to let us call a game? That's the real question.
ooh, we could be guest commentators.
Guest commentators. Us and Brian Mudrick.
Yeah.
That could be a fun one.
Could be something.
Could be onto something here. Now, curling.
Back to this game.
It's happening.
Back to this game.
Rob and I are here. Don't worry. We are paying attention.
To the bonus game.
The bonus game. The only game left out on the sheet there. So, trying to steal their one and win double centers all end long for Team Asselin. And McIsaac just trying to keep it as clean as possible.
Gotta get this over. Make sure it's over. Gets it over.
Really nice.
Nice sweep. Nice sweep.
So, double peel with these lined up perfectly is very challenging. But as McIsaac is signaling, getting that back one is much, much better. Was it ever jam on the red?
And the jam, yeah. I mean, there is that.
Oof.
So,
Yeah.
but really, they do have to.
Appeal some.
They have to go. Yeah, they do.
I think this is a like, throw it hard here, and if it takes the top, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the top one, I think.
Yeah, let's get the one. And
now it's skips first, and here we go. Brooms down.
coming in.
Coming around.
Coming in.
Yeah.
Game on.
This is it. So try to sink this top 4 foot, top button, dead buried. Force a couple of good ones out of McIsaac.
Skip stones. Game tied at 6 in the 8th end. We don't have graphics on this sheet right now. That's okay. We'll keep you up to date. First of 2 stones for Felix Asselin. Team is playing with 3 players this game, this tournament. Looking here for a draw behind the center guard.
This has got to stop.
It's moving, isn't it?
This has got to stop. It's trying. Just a touch deep.
Just a touch deep. But still not too deep.
No, just back T line. So, looking at what to do with this yellow, rip it out, try to sit there, make Felix play something real good. A lot of choices here. I want to give Felix a second chance at making this draw really good. So, a little bit of discussion here. We'll let them sort it out here. McIsaac does as the team figures what the best option may be.
The games we had on the ice tonight. Team Steele and Manuel. Team Steele took that 7-3. We had Maquette and Driscoll and Ladouceur. That was 7-1. And Team Champ over McDougall It handshakes, I think, in the 5th on that one. Was at least 4-1, if not something more. So a few games ending a little earlier this evening, and this one going a little longer than normal. But first stone of this end for McIsaac, his first of 2. Tied with Hammer.
Settled on Peel.
1, 2,
And makes both
makes
go.
it.
Wow.
Well,
That's a good way to go.
great shot.
So not a whole lot of places for Felix to hide
No.
now. Martin's broom is probably the best
Yeah.
spot.
Hide it and either give him a draw or I kind of like anywhere underneath those 2 stones, just ahead of the tee line. Even got to be shot though.
Gotta be shot.
Doesn't want to leave an easy open hit. Wants to make him draw.
Kind of being right on the tee line.
Tee line, I think.
Yeah,
Just ahead of tee,
right?
like
Yeah.
like back of the stone, just on the top of the tee.
Yeah, no, like full 8 foot and try to make the scoring zone as small as possible. Maybe make McIsaac think about chasing. Though at full 8 foot, you never should be. You should always be drawing.
This looks like it's hanging out there.
So just a bit heavy.
It's just a bit, just a tad heavy. I think the weight was good. It just hung out there a little
Just
bit.
hung out there.
Yeah.
And I think it's buried enough that you got to
Yeah,
draw.
I think they're behind that guard.
Yeah, I think you got to draw here.
But he can draw into that with a bit of backing.
Yeah. Your choice. You could take regular draw path that you might have been playing all game if you'd like instead. Whatever he's seeing.
But that's Felix is going to make him work for it. So that's all Felix could do now is do
Yeah.
that. And
Tied without. This is making your opponent throw your last.
I mean,
That's
the one
pretty good.
certainly having that other red stone in the rings gives an opportunity that as long as they make the hit, the shooter doesn't stick, they still win the game. So
Yeah,
there
that's
is
true.
that on their side. This is,
Could play the wide slash.
little different if it was just a guard without having something in the rings,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it looks like this is full draw.
Regular draw
Ice.
path.
Yeah.
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 They probably feel confident in this path. Played it a few times since warm up, right? They might feel really nice about this.
The tension.
Oof. And you know what? There's no one else out there.
No, there's no. It's
This is like.
and it's a loud ice shed when you have a lot of people out there, but it's also a really quiet ice shed when you have nobody out
Oh
there.
my
It's
goodness,
a
is
little
it ever.
eerie, actually.
Yeah.
Last rock here in the 8th. McIsaac drawing for the win.
Sweepers brooms down, but not panicked yet. Making sure it just keeps moving, shepherding it in, backing right off now.
Hold the
Martin
ship.
Kret can put it down, put the weight on it.
Come on. No, yeah, no.
Not
Enough.
quite.
It
There we
holds
go.
on.
It holds on.
McIsaac over Estlin. What a game. What a great game.
What a great
Thanks for
game
having me
indeed.
as a special
Oh
last
my
inning
goodness. Thanks for coming
visitor,
in and
eh?
saving me here.
Just kind of bombed in here.
Yeah, love it.
I booth bombed.
Always fun to have you join me, Rob. And that concludes day one of the 1824 Stu Sells Halifax Classic, Brought to you on the men's event side by Steele Subaru and by Neon Train for the women's event. I'd like to thank our partner sponsors, the Curling Store, Crombie REIT, Scotia Square, Murphy Hospitality Group, and the PEI Brewing Co., as well as our supporting sponsors, the Stanhope Simpson Insurance Company and the Stu Sells Realty Company. Thank you again. My name is Alan Ehrenholtz. I'm signing off here, and we hope you will join us tomorrow, either on the stream or in person at the Halifax Curling Club on South Bland Street. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.